All right. Hello. Good day. Good day. People from around the way. Tansei, welcome. Today is Saturday, August 20th, 2022. I would like to thank you all for stopping by my channel to check out my content and spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. And I'm thankful to each and every one of you. For those who don't know, I am Owen Palshay. I am a professional speaker based out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I go to all the First Nation communities. Everyone who invites me, I go to share my story of intergenerational traumas, addictions, the gain life, and how I was able to get out of that and find wellness and recovery and to pursue a life of my dreams. This is what I share when I go to the communities. I go to community organizations, anywhere where I'm invited. I enjoy sharing my story through reading, writing, and speaking. And this is what I do. This is my dream. So thank you all for stopping by to check out my content. Today I have a question for you. Question is, what inspires you or inspired you to think outside the box? Answer, what box? Right? What box? We all seem to put these boxes on ourselves and limit ourselves before even allowing ourselves to think or believe that we could actually do that, what we want to do. We tell ourselves, oh, I can't do that. There's no one to teach me. I don't have the money to afford that. I don't have the time, blah, blah, blah. All justifiable reasons and excuses. But at the end of the day, that's all they are, is reasons and excuses. Either you want to do something or you don't. So I can remember watching people dance, certain kind of dancing, and thinking to myself, that looks cool. I would like to learn how to do that. But right at that point, I would tell myself, but I don't know how to do that. And there's no one to teach me. And I don't have the time and I don't have the money, blah, 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 excuses, excuses. And guess what? That thought was gone and I didn't learn how to do those dancing or anything like that. And then I was left with that regret, right? That regret that we all seem to carry through life when we want to do something and we don't do it. As opposed to convincing ourselves or even allowing ourselves to try to believe that we could learn it, we just shut ourselves down right away and we stay in our box and we go about our lives in a rat race, doing what it is that we need to do. So, I'm sharing this message of stop putting limits on yourself. Stop living inside a box. Realize that you can pursue that. You can learn that. You can do whatever you want to do in life. You really can. All the information is out there. When you want something and you're passionate about it and you work towards it, divine design will align. People will come in your path to help you to get that what you want. The materials are all there. Books, internet, schooling, everything is there for you to learn how to do whatever it is you want to do. And I'm still learning. We're all students of life. As soon as you learn that you lose that mentality of I'm a student of life, then you get stuck. So all of us are students, always learning, forever learning. It doesn't stop and never gets that crescendo where it's like, oh, I've learned it all. I've learned everything I need to learn. I'm good. No, it doesn't work like that. We continue to learn always for the rest of our lives. So I'm having a great summer. I just got back from summer holidays. I had my son staying with me, 9 years old and 17 years old. And my 17-year-old teenager actually spoke to me one day and he says, Dad, I don't know how to ride a bike. And I was like, whoa. As soon as I heard that, a few thoughts ran through my head, right? I was like, okay, damn, this is my fault. I never taught my son how to ride a bike. So I started feeling the shame and the guilt for that because of my past life. I was gang. I was doing the thing. I was in addictions, hurting people, hurting myself, going in and out of jail. And, teaching my son how to ride a bike wasn't priority in my life at that time. It should have been, but it wasn't. And, I'm not happy to admit this. I'm not proud to admit it. It's just the reality of the situation that I was in and where I came from. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who can relate to that. People who come from my lifestyle, they can relate to that. So when I heard my son say this, I thought, damn, this is my fault. I didn't teach him. Whoever he was with being raised by them, they didn't teach him either. And it's a shame. So I spoke to him and I said, okay, we're going to remedy this. We're going to fix this. And he said, okay. So I went and I got him a bike. I said, we're going to go to the park. We're going to learn how. He said, all right, Dad. I showed him the basics. I showed him how to work the gears, how to do the brakes, just the basics of riding a bike. And then I started running with him just for a little bit, like helping him to find his balance and kind of get his bearings. More or less what I was doing is I was convincing him that he could learn how to ride a bike. I wasn't sure if it was going to be easy or hard. I kind of thought it shouldn't be too hard. So it was like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I'm running with him. Next thing I know, he's off and he's riding on his own. It was a beautiful thing. And then he's in the basketball court. He's practicing his turns. He's practicing his breaks. And it was just those initial 2 minutes of me walking with him and convincing him that he could learn how to do it. Then he was practicing by himself and he was learning how to ride the bike. And I thought, wow, I had a proud moment, right? I thought, that's great. That's awesome that he's learning how to do that. And then I was thinking about this and I thought, was it me who taught him how to ride a bike, or was it him who learned how to ride a bike? And I think it was a little bit of both. But then I reflected, when did I learn how to ride a bike? I learned how to ride a bike when I was 6 years old. I was in foster care. They had children of their own, the foster parents. Their children are riding bikes, and I wasn't because I didn't know how, but I had a bike, this old banana seat blue bike that they had gotten me. I didn't care. I wanted to learn how to ride a bike. So I'm out there and I'm learning, I'm practicing, I'm putting in that work and that effort, giving it the time. Next thing I know, I'm riding the bike, no sweat. Nobody taught me. I taught myself just by observing and watching and putting in the effort to do it. Next thing I know, I'm riding a bike. And I thought about this, and then we're coming back to the house, right? And I'm talking to my son, and I said, you know what? In my opinion, you always knew how to ride. You could always learn how to ride a bike, but instead, you told yourself, I don't know how to ride a bike. There's no one here to teach me. I just don't know how, and I'll probably never learn how. And you just gave up and you bought that. You bought that for yourself. And then you limited yourself. You put a box on yourself and you bought it. And I said, I wasn't even out there with you very long. More or less, all I did was convince him that he could learn how to ride it by putting in time and effort. And sure enough, he did. And it was like a revelation to me. It was like a moment. I was like, how many of us do that to ourselves in our lives? We put a limit on ourselves. I don't know how. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. There's no one to teach me. Boo, boo, woo. Woe is me. Woo. That's some BS. If you really want to learn how to do it, you can. I remember recently there was an event at the Saskatoon Inn. It was called the We Will Rise event. It was a 2-day event. On the first day, they had kiosks with people selling their merchandise and stuff. And I showed up to that kiosk. And then I was talking to a group there at a kiosk, Niwa Wellness. And I was explaining who I am. And I gave them my card. I'm telling them about me. They're telling them about them. And I kind of did my little opening from my Facebook, because I shared with some of y'all already. I am a diamond, refining my mind. It's by divine design that I grind and I shine. And when I did that, they're like, oh, wow, you know how to freestyle? Freestyle for us. We'll give you a sweater. We'll give you a shirt. And before I even answered that, I went to my mind and said, I don't know how. No, I can't do that. No, I just got scared and I just shut myself down and I put that box on myself. And I ended up saying, my cousin knows how. And I walked away. Now, I want to do music. I want to do poetry. I'm a speaker. These are the things that I want to do. And when that opportunity presented itself for me to freestyle, I shut myself down. I put a box on myself right away, as opposed to even trying. I didn't even try. Yo, this is how I flow for show. Let them know we don't stop. We keep it hot. It's not hard to rhyme. It's not hard to freestyle. We can do this. I could have tried, but instead I'm like worried about my vanity and making a fool of myself and looking bad, even though I always preach, Only those willing to look like a fool can ever be a master. And in that moment, when I had that chance, I backed up and I got shook and I got scared and I put that box on myself and I said, no, I don't know how. And guess what I was left with? That regret. That regret that we all know when we want to do something, we don't do it and we just shut ourselves down. We take regret with us. And I didn't like that. And then my cousin went and freestyled for them and he got a sweater. I was like, damn, I could have did that. Shit. But I learned from it. And I learned when an opportunity presents itself, step forward, step into it, have courage, have faith, put in the work. Yeah, you probably won't look like a professional or a master the first few times you do it, but that's all right. You're going to get there. These are the prerequisites we have to pay to get us to where we want to be. So, the message for today is stop putting limits on yourself. Stop denying yourself that what you really want to do. If you want to do it, there's resources out there. There's people out there. There's information. The whole internet is all for free and people can access this information for free. Whatever it is you want to do. You want to dance a certain way. You want to rap. You want to do poetry. You want to learn how to do beading. You want to learn how to be a fashion designer. You want to be a writer. You want to be an architect. Whatever it is you want to be, you can learn how to do that. And you don't have to go to school for 4, 8, 12 years to get a master's degree to learn how to do that. You don't have to do that. All the information is out there for free. You can learn how to do it. So I appreciate each and every one of you out there who supports my content, who supports my journey. Thank you all very much. I want to give out some shout outs to some people. We're going to give Pat, my good bro Pat, thanks for stopping by and supporting the channel. Jordan, my man, thank you for supporting the business. Roxanne, I see you out there. You're doing the thing. Thanks for following. Therese, I know you're watching. Appreciate you. And Heather, hey, you're out there. You're doing speaking now. That's awesome. I'm really grateful that I was able to inspire some of you to do that, which you never thought you could do, because you can do it. I believe in you. You can write that book. You can sing that song. You can do whatever it is you want to do. I believe in you. I hope you have a great week. Thanks for stopping by. This is Prestigious Pal Shape Productions, and we out. Thanks. Boom.